Greetings over the diaspora, to those that don't speak the languages that we speak. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. To those who are very new to our space, please let us start by subscribing. Please engage with us in the comment section. Let's like, let's share. Please educate us or correct us, steer us in the correct direction if you have knowledge to share as well. So thank you so much. And by virtue of you clicking on this video means that you're in resonance with us, right? So please do the right thing and subscribe to our space here. We have dope episodes. And to the regular spiritual G's, thank you so much for returning and spending your time here. Thank you in all your groups, the Stoners United, the Wake and Bacon, the Queer Conscious, Knowledge Seekers, Black Consciousness Gang, the Politics Gang, Toza Koko Gang, Makosi Gang, Shaka Hands, Terror Kite Gang, Energy Balancers, Energy Readers, O Gang, Anti-O Gang, Knowledge Sharers, Knowledge Seekers. Who else did I leave out? The Avatar people, right? The element benders. Welcome everybody. This is a very safe space. We are allowed to share opinions. Everybody is valid. But yeah, let us maintain just the mutual respect amongst everybody else, and let us also normalize saying angazi if I'm not very knowledgeable on a certain thing, instead of having like these very strong opinions. But we are into our new season now, so I'm recording in the pre-rising because I forgot. I'm supposed to deliver this earlier on, but I forgot that I had a concert to attend to. Just came back from the Buhle concert called the Soweto Theatre. Super amazing performance, from all spheres. I think it catered for everybody, especially in this realm here in our spirituality that we had formed. So I'm also recording in this mode again because I'm trying to not have my hands in the visuals as well, because I hear that I talk with my hands. So I'm just yes. And the ebook is ready. By the time that this is, those on the membership program should have access to the book. And for everybody else, the other spiritual G's, we have it on sale for 55 ZAR. The cosmic resonance boxes or tools are also out as well. So please, before we start our season, this is one of the important seasons, right? Because I think it affects everything else, and we're also going into planetary shifts and everything that's gonna affect us, whether you know it or you don't know it. But these planetary movements do affect us. So this is the very first episode of the season, so we're not gonna go too much into a lot of things. We're just gonna cover what Djehuti is, and I'm gonna interchange between Djehuti and Tehuti, but let us go into today's episode. So we are entering our third season of the year, the season of Djehuti, and this is based on the natural calendar in the southern hemisphere, or what we have come to know as the African calendar. So we are entering the house of Gemini when speaking of zodiac houses, because right now we're supposed to be in the Sagittarius season, right? And I know the Sagittarius, the Geminis are losing their minds here, but please do not detach from whatever it is that you know yourself to be. So we're looking at the North Node as well as the South Node. So this is the Gemini time, but we do recognize what's okay in the North. They are in the Sagittarius season, right? But for a more impactful and more directive way, we had an episode on Thursday with Gogo Manzi. That was part 2 of her episode. She does the natal chart, but from an African perspective. So please do get yourself that reading. And then also another trusted healer, please get your palm readings done by Khosi Khadi Lefente as well. It's 250, starts there, and then other services you are add-ons to that one. So so please do also watch our ads here. Please engage with us so that the algorithm can also favor us a little bit. But I give thanks, big thanks to everybody who has joined the membership gang. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to those who are buying us coffee. Kudzai, awesome. To those who are buying us coffee, thank you so much. To those also on the sides, as Bakanta as well. We really give thanks. To those who are watching the ads, please continue watching the ads. It really does help us. We want to elevate as well, right? Have better equipment, have everything else that we might require to grow space, have access, have printable stuff, right? Because I know a lot of people do struggle with the digital literature and would like to have tangible stuff, right? So so your contributions and your coffee buyings, they really go a long way. So I do give thanks. So also imploring, please go onto the membership program, because I think it works out cheaper, right? in terms of the ebook, if you want the access to ebook. So if you go on the membership versus buying the ebook directly, like, so on the membership program every month you are sorted. But before we get into, not before, let us get into what we are doing here today. We are entering the season of Djehuti, which is our third season of our African calendar, as mentioned. And this principle, this neta, this is what we call the God of wisdom, the God of knowledge, the record keeper, the timekeeper, measurement God, the God of seasons, the God of ancient knowledge, the Akashic record keeper. And by Akashic records, we basically mean every thought, every memory, every spoken word, every written word, every deed, every action, everything. It's in what we call the Akashic records. And Djehuti, who is also a diviner, right? He's also a diviner, is also a lunar god, is the keeper of the Akashic records and other roles that Djehuti also fulfills. He's a counselor, he's a prosecutor, he's also part of the council of judges, right? And those who've been here before, we know we speak about the scales of Ma'at, and very interestingly, Ma'at is the consort to Djehuti Warona, but we're just gonna also expand a little bit more on other deities that are related or associated with Djehuti. But at the back of your mind, please also keep goddess shut, right? Which is that goddess, which is the feminine part, our god of communication, but the god of knowledge, God Djehuti, or deity or energy, or a moya or Djehuti, right? So remember, let's detach it from it being like either a person or something that is so supreme and detached from us. We are basically trying to be in resonance with the prevalent energy, right? The energy is accessible to all of us. So so let us transition and try to be in alignment with what it is that we are doing here in the season. So as usual, we usually start with the things that align us or give us assist us in being with resonance with what the season is all about. So as you see here, I've got my hair prepared for the Djehuti season. So I do an 8 countdown to those who are joining us for the very first time. So we start with the date. The period of Djehuti begins from the 23rd of November up until the 23rd of December. So transitioning from that Scorpio house, right? Yeah, we know that it's the Scorpio house, but actually we just transitioning from the Taurus house, which is the second house on our zodiac wheel, and now we are entering the Gemini house in Yarona. And I don't want to upset the Geminis too much, but we're entering the zodiac constellation, the Gemini, the twins, the yin-yang effect. And this will be unpacked in further episodes that we're going to be delivering. And we know on Tuesdays we usually do our spirituality episodes, right? Even though sometimes schedules a little bit haywire. So that is the period thing. And then the color is a gray-white color. Hence, I have my hair in gray and white. So all shades that are associated with that. And then the stone, the season is an agate stone. So very interesting stone as well. And the formation, you'd see the formation thing, and it's got different colors, right? We get the red, the blue, the green, but originally we get the black, white, it's black, white, and blue, the original agate stones. But now you get the different colors in the orange. But it's basically, according to other scholars and other academics, they say that it is formed now from these eruptions, or the volcanoes. But you'd see it's got like these concentric circles or circular things on it. And so different colors. You will see when you get your cosmic pack, we have decided to use the Botswana agate because it's more closer to home. It's more grounding because it goes a little bit more on the shades of brown, right? So that is the gemstone that's associated with the season. Then the metal, the season is the lodestone. So lodestone basically translates to a direction or course or navigation, right? Because this was the material or the mineral that was used in the old compasses, and we know that the compasses, especially for these early travelers, this was a very important tool because we know how the compass would always point north, and that's how you would navigate yourself, right? So that is the metal thing. But we'll unpack more. Oh my gosh, what spiritual effects does it have. But please do I implore you guys to get the ebook, because we go extensively onto these principles, and then you get to unpack them a little bit more. It's only 55 South African rands for the ebook, but we're also aware that leading financial situations, they're not the same. So we're on point 4 now. We got 4 more to go. And then the incense, the season is Eucalyptus, and in South Africa, one that is more common is the blue gum eucalyptus, the blue gum tree, right? You can also smell it. So it's one of my favorite ones. And from that, we know that they've made oils and tinctures and incenses as well, right? But it's literally from a tree. And I get a blue gum. You'd see also the leaves that they go a little bit bluish, right? But there's different species. You're another eucalyptus tree, but it's one of the tools that we use for us who do not believe in the things that we can't say here on YouTube, but that injection situation. Yeah, so we use Boma eucalyptus along with the other herbs or the other mutis, Boma mhlonyani kapalengana. But eucalyptus was it's one that's commonly used, even in everyday life. It's one that I like using versus Divix. But at the basics of Divixi, yeah, can I say brand names? Okay, at the basis of Divixi, not obviously, but gets on Boma this minty smell. So it's quite minty, it's quite ibula chesty, it's good for inflammation, respiratory issues. It's good for also diviners also use it for higher elevation and tapping into other realms. You can use it as in paper. It's also a cleanser, space cleanser, energy cleanser, and yeah, all of that, right? I am I'm so Charlesy, like I said, that it is pre-rising now, and I decided that no, let me record this episode just as try be a girl who stands on business, right? Okay, so we are on 5, right? And then the scent, the season is Neroli. So it's one of these wines that are not very common, but it's more citrus based, but like more on the bitter side, right, of oranges. So it's got citrus scents and a musky scent and these woody scents, and then combined makes the scent in. And with our last season, we spoke of how important sound as well as scent is, right, especially in sacred work that we're doing here. And then the tree is the pomegranate tree, right? But you can indulge in the fruit in the season here. I remember a friend of mine who was also not very immersed in the content that we're doing here, but she just had a natural gravitation towards the pomegranate fruit. She couldn't stomach anything else but the pomegranate. And we'll unpack all these things. We'll say, okay, what's the link towards Djehuti? And it was the Djehuti and all these things that we're mentioning. And then the very last one is the animals that are associated. So the animals, we check the characteristics of how they behave in nature, and how they behave in nature or their prevalence in that time period. So the animals that are associated with Djehuti is the Ibis, right, which is another common form or another representation. Djehuti, a more common representation Djehuti, that'd be the Ibis head, and then the king body at the bottom, and then a man the man body, right, and then holding a book, because they are the scribe, right, the Akashic record keeper, the communications guy, wisdom god, knowledge god, everything ancient, everything present, past. You have access to that, as well as genetic memory, the memory that led you to the space here. If you're new, well, even those who have been here before, we rolled ka vibe, right? So it's the Ibis, it's the giraffe, as well as the baboon. Another common or more accessible representation Tehuti. And I'm gonna switch between Tehuti and Djehuti, but Mlomokazi, Mlobikazi, Mmuelli, the counselor, the prosecutor, and all the good goods that we mentioned when we were starting our episode. So those are the tools that you would need to collect. And if you want an easier job, please do buy it from us here on the channel. You can go to afro.cosmic.company.site to place your order. Alternatively, you can buy it directly from the YouTube shop. But please note that the price is also based on the US price, so it might fluctuate. Today, I want to 2 rand, 180 kind of situation, right? Alternatively, you can email as well. You can WhatsApp as well, right? So everything else is in the description box. And what else did I want to touch on before we close? But those are the things and the tools that help us to be in higher frequency or to be in resonance with the principle or the neta, the god, the energy that is prevalent. And yeah, please, I do implore, I know spiritual work, especially December pause, is quite hard, but please do still take care of yourself. We just transitioned now from the season that was very lustful and very sensual and sexual and everything else, and now we're going into this new season where we're going to be manifesting, because spoken word, right? We are on our throat chakra a lot. We want our the throat mouth chakra, yeah. So the blue stuff, communication, right, as well as communication with the cosmos, because now Djehuti comes and makes these things, this connection, right, creates this network between the physical, the cosmic life, right, the etheric life, the astral life, and then that is merged. And yeah, so to get a better or lengthier episode, you can hop onto the Moya podcast. We did a live session with questions that were asked there. I'm trying to remember question what do we do in this season here. So you can call upon Djehuti wako, or the energy of Djehuti now, to help you. For people who work in diagnostics and repairs of machinery, of equipment, of tools, you can call upon that. For anybody who wants to learn a new skill, a new language, especially symbolic language, the hieroglyphics, if you want to learn that, please evoke and invoke the spirit in Djehuti, the energy of Djehuti, to just be in alignment with you. We use this energy as well for truth telling. It's going to be a very interesting season where truths are going to be exposed, or truths are going to be told, because also relation, Djehuti and Ma'at is quite close. They are consorts to each other, and Ma'at is the goddess of truth, right? So that is why also in this season, and it's going to be a very, 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 very interesting, right? This is the Lord of measurements as well. But we'll expand some more into what can we use this energy principle in Djehuti for, right? So affirmations are very, very important in this very season, whether you're doing the subliminals, whether you're doing the 369 method, but because it's communication, very, very, very important. Please, season Djehuti, fit yourself. You have access to all knowledge that ever existed, whether it's your own direct ancestors, your blood ancestors, or memories that have lived, but you have the ability. Djehuti comes and provides us with the ability to be able to tap into these records, past and present, this great knowledge. But yeah, ngiyayithatha kakhulu, angisiyazi ukuthi masithatha knowledge kakhulu right? But those are the things that align us with the season. By the time that you guys see this, the ebook will definitely be available. I just want to take a little nap. We've been working really, really hard, but I do give thanks. Thank you so much. Big gratitude. And Ma'at, African peace, never division, always in unity, and outside of the isms and the boxes and the labels and everything else. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking we should have a live session, but I just need to rest a little bit, and then yeah, maybe we'll have a live session. But African peace, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Might be Tuesday's episode. I'm not too sure what's lined up in the background, but definitely Tuesday we shall congregate again and expand more on the season of Djehuti, Tehuti, spoken word, written word. This is your time to shine now, guys, right? Labor to who are making deals, so PR deals, communication deals, speaking engagements. Yeah, this is our time to shine. Yeah, note that I said our. There's something else. The planetary movement. So we're also going into retrograde from Monday. But yeah, I don't know if I'll share the video that we did last year. I'll create a new one, because I think we have grown, we have better knowledge. We give thanks to Djehuti, Djehuti. We give thanks to the Akashic record keeper. But please stay safe. I'll see you guys on the very next episode. Much love.